everybody! This is NagiNaoe101. How nice to see everybody. So, anyway, I'm just doing some adventuring at the moment, and I just thought I might be just talking to a few people about what has just transpired with me and a couple friends. Anyway, I was talking with a couple friends a few weeks ago, and yes, I had a fallout with a certain friend, but the reason why I had that fallout had little to do with what has happened. Most of it was because he acted rather inappropriately, and I really don't feel comfortable with people who act like a total psycho for no darn reason. I am not ready for that yet, so I am trying to find something called a sentry. Anyway, that was what happened. I am no longer friends with this person, and it had little to do. It was just drama that really should not have happened. And personally, to any of you who have to go through that kind of stuff, one, just because somebody has a disability does not give that person the right to dictate to you what you can and cannot like, what you can and cannot get into. And if you are into any fandom whatsoever that you are having fun with, have fun with it. Do not let some child who cannot understand that you have your own tastes, your own talents, your own enjoyment, enjoy it. Because honestly, I got into FF14 because it is something that I have liked for a while, and honestly, being told that what I enjoy is well, I'm doing some quick leveling before I have to do a story quest. For those of you who are not part of the fandom that I'm in, I am part of the FF14 fandom. For those of you who have been through what I went through, I will recommend. This is a very wonderful game series. I recommend it to anybody. Yes, you do have to pay $14.99 a month for it, but it is so well worth it. Let me take a look at my hunting log. What do I have that I need to go follow up on? Oh, a toxic toad. And a rotting corpse. My character stuff is... Okay, at least your stuff isn't falling apart. That's actually a good thing. I was kind of concerned there for a moment because I've had it where I have actually had to enter a battle, where I had to do that. So, anyway, for those of you who do not know what's going on, I am right now redoing my character. Magbright Soul Care is my new character. She is a Thermatist. She is a level 19. So far, so good. I am not entirely too upset about this. I am going to mention for anyone who has gone to a great deal of trouble with the FF14, a lot of it has to do with character development. Honestly, I absolutely love the series, but I am also extremely I am way above the level. Awesome. I am at level 19, and I am going... Where did my drink go? I always hated this mission. Actually, this is really going far better than I expected. Defeat the masked mage. One of the few times I am so glad I have a partner like who I have. As much as he is a bit of a blowhard and an idiot, I kind of prefer it that way. Yeah. So, anyway. Heart-to-heart discussions on issues at hand. How is everybody doing anyway? I'm just curious how everybody is doing, considering we have fires, I have snow, and the rest of the COVID bullspit has been kind of an entertaining thing. I am trying to abstain from cussing on my YouTube channel right now. I've tried everything about not cussing on my YouTube channel, but again, live and learn. So for those of you who are new to my channel, I usually play video games. Sometimes I play Final Fantasy XIV, and most people think I am really weird because I absolutely love 14. I love SAO. There are a few other video games I like. Akami. I was gonna do Elder Scrolls Online sometime because I like the character builds. But again, I'm just mentioning the fact that I am a huge SSO. I am still a fan of a lot of really good stuff. I'm gonna mention to a few people that, as you all know, oh my god, dry bone. Anyway, I was gonna mention a few things. Next couple of days, I may or may not be online. Most of it's because of playability at times. I do a lot of photography, so when I'm on photography sites, I'm usually at parks. So, yeah, I'm usually a very busy person. Anywho, if you are interested in any of the stuff I'm into, whether it be photography, anime, sci-fi, you name it, I'm into it. If you want to learn anything about science fiction and fantasy stuff, my YouTube channel is going to be doing some runs, but also I love doing gaming, like not just video games, but I love board games, I love other things as well. If you are into that, here it is, that's where I want to go. So, anyway, I was gonna say it. If you are into any of the sci-fi stuff, I usually love discussing it with people. I am not like the massively big anime nerd that tries to force it down people's throat. That's what my friend tried to do, and it irritated the hell out of me because it actually did more damage to his cause than it helped. Not to mention, do not tell a girl that loves to read that her book sucks. That's just a rude thing to say to girls. Especially when she is a sci-fi nerd who absolutely loves what she likes. And anyway, that is the all of the missions. actually doing my hunting log, because I'd like to actually get that caught up. Because I'm nearly level 20, and I'd like to use that as a way of upping my levels a little. Let's check some things. I need to check my actions and traits. That's one big ass elephant. Hi. What does she want? She wants a copy of my work schedule? talking to one of my friends back when he and I were in high school. This was just him and me. Back when I was in high school with this kid, as the story goes, he and I were on two very opposing ends of the spectrum on how things worked, but he was also in a situation where he was actually bullied. Even though he was a football player, he was extremely I don't know, he was just this very strange kid, and I never really understood him very well. So I just sort of didn't quite understand why he was being bullied by his fellow football player friends. But I understood that he was just this ordinary kid who just didn't get I don't think he was treated very well by his friends, so that was probably the biggest reason why I never really talked to him, is I didn't really want to deal with his drama, but I also understood where he was coming from. So I understood a lot of what he was dealing with, and one of his biggest problems was back when he was in high school. I remember him being told by a girl who would not date him, and that was just the most irritating thing I had ever heard. Is the reason she wouldn't date him is because he was I don't know. It was just so weird and silly. I was just sort of blown away at how shallow people were. Because when he asked if I wanted to go to this event, I actually said no. But I asked him, why ask me? I'm not even popular. And he said because no one else. Because he was being treated like a, you know, a virtual doormat. So I went to an event I didn't want to go, but in all, I was actually very happy helping him out. So, to the people who picked on him in high school, I hope to God that you are gonna get what's coming to you. Because, honestly, years later, I'm in my 40s, and this poor kid, he's the same age as me, and he's out, and he's doing radio, and all this stuff that he's always loved. And I'm glad he is doing it. Because, also, he's married, he has 2 kids, I am very happy.
Long live NagiNaoe! Glory to the Sultana! Forever may she reign!
They regaled me with tales of a champion amongst champions. Never did it occur to me that it might be you.
This is a scene
Betokening our gratitude and esteem, I, NagiNaoe101's, Sultana of Uldar, confer upon you this gift. Raban?
My favorite
Your
character!
Grace.
Yes, Raban is one of my
See
favorite.
to it that our champion is my...
As you command, Your Grace.
That guy's a giant.
If what they say is true, Ul'dah owes you a great debt. I am Rauban al-Din. With the consent of Her Grace, I oversee the affairs of the Sultanate. Brave souls are few and far between in these tides. I count my blessings when I find one. Her Grace invites you to join her at the coming banquet. I trust. An honor,
Huzzah!
indeed.
Come, hero!
Until then, for the sake of Her Grace and the glory of the Sultanate, may you walk in the light of the crystal.
I think I'm gonna need some better clothes. This is one of my favorite scenes of the entire game. So, I'm gonna mention this to people at the Colorado. If you're in Colorado, yes, the snow has come. I'm just gonna say this. If you follow me on Facebook or any other of my social medias, I'm usually quite catty. So, anyway, I was gonna mention that I went through a huge issue with a former friend. For one, I have many friends who have autism, and some of them can be very decent people, but sometimes you will get the ones that just, for whatever reason, they desperately need to learn that what they do to others can come back on them. And I don't mean it to be mean or rude or inconsiderate. I mean many really great people, and I will mention this to everybody in the anime communities. I will just tell you, do not be mean to some of the people with autism, but sometimes you have to be a little strict with them. And it's not to be mean, it's not to be rude. Sometimes you have to be a little more give them a little more of an explanation of why things are the way they are. I had to explain that to one guy, and he didn't quite grasp that what he was doing was considered stalking. And, I felt bad for blocking him, but what he did was a little, not okay. I mean, it is kind of... I feel bad, but I also feel sort of like, I'm really sorry. And I do feel bad for being a little sad. I do feel bad for being that I had to yell at him, but as someone who has gone through having a learning disability and having people who assume that because I'm learning disabled that I am autistic does not exactly count, because I'm not. I'm not on the spectrum at all, and I get very worried when we have autistics who assume because they end up in a worse fate because they get treated much worse. And I feel bad because many of the people that I have met that have learning disabilities are some of the most autistic people I have met have been some of the nicest people. And I really mean that. Is they are very nice and they are very polite and very kind. But there are people who take advantage of it and are, oh my god, I had one kid who was very, very nice, very sweet, but what happened to her just blew my mind. I felt horrible. Oh. Sorry, I'm kind of sidetracked. Yeah, I'm going through a seasonal quest. Alright. So I'm gonna cut it out here. I'm gonna talk to you later.